Apparently, I've been up to nothing.
The show has some degree of drama and intensity, and for most of the season,
Pot of beans.
why won't they tell us all forms of funny stories like snakes swallowed money and rats became an army of giants and invaded Astoria?
Anyway, enough said. I want to hear your own experience.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Pot of Beans podcast. My name is Afro Wendy, and I'm excited to have you here today. Hello guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the Pot of Beans podcast. My name is Afro Wendy, and just so you know, this life now, pot of beans, chop and mess, that's what this life is all about. And here we are talking about personal experiences, sharing ideas and opinions about the best ways to live productive and our best lives. Okay, so today I have somebody. Okay, this guy is actually a very handsome boy. He doesn't know that yet. He's like in between. He's like in between Coke and Fanta. He used to be Fanta, but something happened and now he's tilting towards Coke. Okay, so Daniel is a big shot. In case you don't know, Daniel is managing director. Okay, don't mind me, scratch that. Daniel is currently managing Azara Properties. It's a real estate company, and he's doing pretty well for himself. So, Daniel, you're welcome.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you.
Okay, so Daniel is going to tell. In fact, no, Daniel, introduce yourself first. Then I'll tell them why you're here.
Okay, Daniel. You already said it all. I'm with Azara. And I'm here with Afro Wendy to talk about my own experience. It's not really an exciting experience, but it's worth sharing. Maybe people might learn.
Yes, I definitely agree. The experience, let me just tell you now before we start. The experience is about what we call, in this part of the country, we call it one chance. They are basically pickpockets, like thieves and all that. So he's going to narrate his experience with them, and well, you can make what you want out of it, but at the end of the day, we'll tell you what the take home is. Okay, so Daniel, I'm really sorry about your experience. I know it's hard to talk about, but right? Right. So what happened that day?
It was on an evening, not even late. I think the incident happened between 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening. I left work quite early. I went to Yaba to pick a clothes from my tailor. I just needed to pick the clothes because he couldn't deliver it. And you know Lagos life now. Everybody just have to do most of the things yourself. You don't even nobody wants to come and knock on your door to do things if you're not giving them extra cash or something like that. So that evening I just went down there to pick my clothes. I got my clothes. So I was rushing back. Then the pandemic now, because you just have to rush back home before the curfew and everything and relax. I was heading to the bus stop actually, where I could get a bus to my place. Then, lucky for me, I saw this bus coming. People were inside though.
Okay.
They were just shouting like it's my destination and it's just very, very close. So why not just hop into the bus and go your way? And even on me getting close to the bus and saying, hey, I'm going over there, and you're like, enter. They even opened the door for me and I entered.
So it was just like it was just like normal.
It was just like normal stuff in Lagos.
You didn't even suspect anything.
You wouldn't suspect anything. Like you can enter the bus, you just see one passenger, you just sit beside them and you're comfortable. For this one, I saw like 3 extra passenger, one at front that I sat beside, then 2 people at the back.
Wow.
With that, excluding the driver and the conductor. So they were all there comfortably. I sat down as I sat down, like normally in Lagos, 2 minutes after, like they would be like, hey, bring your money. I gave them my money, I paid for ticket. So I felt comfortable and relaxed.
So you paid for ticket? Okay.
I paid for ticket, I felt comfortable and relaxed. I was relaxed and I wasn't even worried about anything. I wasn't pressing my phone. My phone was in my pocket. I was holding my package in my hand, so I wasn't really concentrating on the phone or anything. I had my thoughts on things I needed to take care of that evening. It was really a very, very stressful day at work, I think. So that as we are going, there was a little traffic. The driver was always trying to maneuver the traffic, always looking for shortcuts to follow, which everybody, I was even happy with. He was taking all those cuts and
you get home
to get home soon. So he was just doing his stuff. The conductor was doing his stuff. So all of a sudden, the door opened. So the conductor said the door is bad, that I should use my right hand to hold the door for him. that once we get to another bus stop, he will fix the door.
Okay.
So maybe that's how I lost concentration. I was not using my hand to support the door, so I wouldn't fall off too because it was still necessary for me.
Yeah.
So I was supporting the door. Immediately we passed one bridge, that was like a Joeleba bridge, that head bridge. I think by then, the guy sitting next to me was able to collect my phone. That's what happened, like that's what happened. He took my phone. So
you didn't even feel anything?
I didn't feel anything, like I wasn't, my phone, my jeans were tight on me.
Yeah.
I'm even still surprised at the moment. My jeans were really tight on me. I had two phones, my work phone on my right pocket and that one on my main phone on the left.
So your right pocket was close to the door?
Yeah, my right pocket was close to the door. So he was able to take the phone
from your left.
From my left. So I think when he took that phone, he gave them a signal. I think everybody in that bus was collaborating. He gave them a signal, hey, the job is done, something like that. I didn't know how, I didn't know the signal. I didn't even read it. Next thing, the conductor started saying, last man is up, last man is up, you know that stuff. So they are not trying to run away from last man from catching them. And me, I wasn't concentrated. I know they were going to run. Normally, but they don't comply to anything.
Yes.
They run away from police, from last man office, and even FRS officers too, which is normal. Like if you're in the bus and they are doing all this stuff, you just understand them.
Yeah.
So they were like, last man. Next thing they did a very, very sharp U-turn and entered another lane. And on getting there, they said, get down. I was like, get down. I was thinking he was going to carry us and take another shot.
Wow, yeah.
Next thing I was pushed out of the bus and the car drove off.
A moving bus.
He moved and he pushed me off.
This is wild.
The guy sitting next to me, like they literally pushed me off. The door was still supporting the door, so it was like the door is open already. So they pushed me off. I fell off. When I fell off, on catching myself and everything, I found out that hey, these people have taken my phone. I couldn't even run after them. I couldn't even shout. Like for a minute, I stood there. I stood still and I was looking. I couldn't even do anything. I was shocked and I was like, okay, let me run after these people. I started walking. I was like, hey, this is very, very stupid.
Like yeah, because you can't.
They are driving and I'm on foot, and there's no miss. People that even the car passing that way, like they noticed. Even people around me that noticed, they couldn't even say anything. They were just looking at me like, hey, this one, they don't collect.
Oh my god, like this is so wild. So they didn't even say sorry. They didn't say anything.
Nobody said anything. Nobody even said, did anything happen? Like, I just picked up my bag that fell, and I found out my work phone was still with me, and I still had I was lucky. I still had a little money on me. If not, I would have just trekked home, and I was living quite far from that place.
Like this is so wild. I can't even process this right now because this has never happened to me anyway, and I've heard stories, but this is like the first close person I know that this has happened to, and it happened in such a wild, like unbelievable manner. So after they took yeah, because I remember you left the office that day. I was still in the office when you left, so it was just wild to just hear that something like this had happened. So, but when you discovered that they took your phone and everything, did they just take your phone and that was the end of it?
I actually later found my way home. I got back home. I couldn't even tell anybody because I was still shocked. I came back almost like 7 o'clock in the evening. I allowed myself relax. I was still thinking about it. Like if you notice, people around me noticed that I was not really comfortable, but I was not saying anything either. So got to around like 9, 10, 11. Then I was able to tell my cousin brother I was staying with. I was like, hey, they took my phone today. He was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. When I was coming back, he just robbed me and took my phone. Like, he felt the pain. Like, he was like, is that why you've been quiet? I was like, oh, will I say now? Like, I'll start crying.
Like, painful though. It's really painful. So, you mentioned that something happened after
yes.
phone.
Like, on mentioning it to him, he was like, hey, like, we should just try get customer. I should call MTN to know if they are going to cut my line, all those stuff. So we tried calling some customer care numbers that night. We couldn't get through anyone, but I didn't call my bank. I think that's my bad. Yeah. I was only trying to get MTN. That was the major number.
Yeah.
So I started to. My brother said, okay, since it's your SIM card and it's not your ATM, then we should just leave it tomorrow morning.
Right.
Let's just check the bank and just block those accounts from that has connection to the SIM card and make police reports. Okay, okay, we all agreed to that. And waking up the next day, like that was even when I was shocked. I had to call my mom down. It was really serious.
Like,
Then when you wake up in the morning and find out, hey, this money you've been saving that someone that doesn't even know anything about it just wiped it so clean.
like they cleared all your accounts.
They took money from 2 accounts. They actually took money from 2 accounts. It was not easy for me that moment. It was really, really hard processing. I just have to speak to somebody I know, hey, that can just call me. Oh yeah, relax.
As it,
And that's just my role.
man.
I had to call I'm not a mommy's boy. So don't bring it in. Just that sometimes there are some cases or some things that might just be happening.
Yes,
Just your mom that can just come.
Yes.
So at that moment I just have to speak to her and she was like, hey, that is still like I should just relax.
Because it's painful, really.
It's very, very, very
very painful. And the thing is, you'll be saving, no. I can't even,
post
money.
NYC,
Like,
you know what it means living in Lagos without money is like living on that.
I'm telling you. So after they cleared your account, did you now report to the bank?
I was able to. I called some friends actually to tell them what's happening.
Yeah.
So I just have to share my experience with them, so they will know I'm not really okay. So they were like, okay, go to your bank. I went to the 2 banks. They just blocked the line, the accounts, and told me that okay, from now on the accounts are blocked.
But that is after they've cleared the account.
That's after they cleared the account.
Okay.
I just told them my story. All of them were like, you should have called the bank. But it didn't occur to me that they could take your money through USSD.
Right. Yes. I felt okay if they had ATM.
Yeah, I
you
would
know,
be like, okay, my ATM. I understand the ATM, but I don't understand USSD. This is actually the first time I'm hearing it. I'm even experiencing it.
Me too, because I felt they might use the CVV at the back of the debit card and then.
I had my both ATMs with me.
Now wow, it's a wild day.
It's not really easy. So I went to the 2 banks that day. So they were requesting for police reports. That means I have to go to a police station.
Yeah.
So this is even the bad part. Maybe I was saying the worst experience about all this stuff. The bad experience is not even actually losing all this property. Just finding out that those people you feel like, hey, they are there to protect you.
Right.
They are just there on their own. They don't really care. Right. So I went to the police station. I went to one very, very close to my house first. They told me that police station was meant for meant for court alone. They say that one is particularly meant for court case. So they referred me to another police station. I went to a police station at Pedro. Pedro told me that they cannot handle the case, that it didn't happen in their jurisdiction. That they referred me to Onipan. They said Onipan is very, very close to Fadeyi, where the incident happened.
I don't understand this. Like, is it that before they handle a case, it must be close to their jurisdiction?
That's what they say. They say they don't take cases that doesn't happen within their jurisdiction. That they have to report to the police.
Okay.
So they said they are not going to take the case. They sympathized with me and I was okay. I was still comfortable with it. I was like, okay, this is the first police station.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe let me just check this one they directed me to. So I went to Nipan police station. I explained to them. They started asking me if it happened on this side of the road or this side of the road.
Okay.
It's very, very funny. Like they started asking me, did it happen on this side of the road? I asked them, so what does all these things I explain
have to do
with this side of the road? They said it have to do that this side of the road is our own. This side of the road is for these people. It was really funny. And I've already told them that they took a very, very sharp U-turn.
Yeah.
So they were like, since they made that U-turn, it's not for them. That they're not going to handle the case. They insisted and they directed me to another police station around Yaba. So I went to that police station. I met a lady there. I don't know. I explained again to her. She was like, is it under the bridge? Or I was like, down. I kept on explaining. I explained. She refused that it didn't happen under their own jurisdiction. She referred me to another police station. That's making it family now. I think
5.
The 5th one.
Yeah.
So I went there. Okay, I went to this particular one. They told me that I just have to. I went to the one Oyaba referred me to. That's in Alakere. So I went there that same evening. I explained to the man. I met a police officer there. He's a male. So I explained to him. He was like, they're not going to be the ones to handle it. That I should go to their main office at if I should go there, that since I boarded the bus from Ojuelegba, that it's people in Ojuelegba that has the case, that it's not them, that they don't know anything about the case. So I was frustrated at that moment, and it was raining heavily that evening. That was the worst experience.
Like
I was messed up,
With Nigerian
and
police,
I didn't even
I don't-
have any hope of like, hey, someone telling you, yeah, calm down, and you see anybody doing anything towards making you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That even if they're not going to recover, but you just see people doing
yes.
things to make you feel okay. Like
Yeah.
they kept on frustrating my life. They were like, I go to this police station. At that point, I just gave up. I said I'm no longer going. I was so tired.
Because this
I'm
is-
disappointed with police of Nigerian police.
Disappointment is even an understatement because this is so unprofessional. How would you with 5 different police stations?
And nobody attended to me.
What did they even-
One of the police stations were even telling me that, hey, I'm coming late. Why didn't I report that evening? That I should have reported that evening if it happened. I was like, I came here the next day, and it's not even like it's 24 hours already as of then.
Yeah.
I was like, at that moment I was robbed. The shock wasn't even okay for I just managed to go home.
No.
What if I was walking and I was just thinking about it and the next thing another car just hit me? Or maybe when they pushed me out of the bus, another car was coming out from
At the back, yeah.
and just hit me. It's just another story. And I explained, they were like, they kept on turning me, go this way. Nobody wanted to take the case. I don't know the reason.
I don't even know because Nigerian police they keep making bad reputations for themselves. I don't think it's supposed to be as big as they are making it to. How can they refer you to 5 different police stations? It doesn't speak well about the Nigerian police, seriously. And these are people that ought to protect us. Well, why are we even paying them to begin with? You cannot even report comfortably and ensure justice is served. I don't even know why we even have the police to begin with. What do they even teach them at the police
They even
college?
kept on repeating this phrase. I don't know this is your phrase of the years, like police is your friend.
They keep saying
Police is never anybody's friend.
at all.
Nobody is comfortable. I don't know how they do their things, but their procedures, I don't understand. They need to review some of their system. They need to review a lot of stuff.
Seriously,
People
because
should be able to report cases comfortably. If they are going to change the jurisdiction letter, at least accept the case. Then
Yeah.
later on, you write a letter, just like doctors referring.
yes,
Be like,
or not that, and
you
refer
write a
them
letter,
straight to where you
be
know
like,
they will
oh,
get
yeah,
it.
attend to this person. Or that's after you finish giving them their first aid
Yes.
treatment, which is making them comfortable. As in, they didn't try for me.
At all.
So that evening I gave up and I just decided to go home. I went to, that was like on Wednesday, and I couldn't complete all those processes
yeah.
needed. I just followed up my Access Bank because they gave me some details. They asked me to come back the next day. I came back the next day. They were able to send a memo to their head office, and they were able to blacklist the account they sent money to. So it felt comforting, and I held on to it.
Yeah.
So on getting to the weekend and all those, my parents and everybody, they were like angry. Why is that you don't want to report? I explained. Some of them were really understanding. They were like, okay, try go again. I was like, going there is just like going to go and waste my time. They already made me feel like, hey, this case is not really worth it. But they mentioned some stuff. They were like, okay, what if they take your phone and do other criminal acts? Anything's possible in Nigeria, and it still has my name and all those stuff that they might still track it back.
True.
That
They
I
might
need
use
to-
it for fraud purposes.
That I need to report to the police. So even if I'm not getting back anything, it should be on record that I lost this property this day. So anything that happens within those time that I don't have the phone, I'm not accountable for it. So I bought the idea and I started to go again. Oh, that was on Monday, and it was another different story altogether. By this time, I didn't even go alone because I told them I wasn't comfortable going. So I had to go with my cousin brother I'm staying with currently. So he went there, he's older. We went to Onipan, that's him Onipan, we went back. So we went back, we met a different police officer, not the one we met last time. So we explained everything, he took our report, the person took my report and we went things. But he couldn't register because he was waiting for a go ahead from another senior officer. So when the senior officer arrived and came and I explained, the senior officer started the second thing again, that it's not in their jurisdiction. Lucky for me, I didn't come alone. So maybe then if I came alone, all those like if I'm talking, they will be like, oh yeah, go. So my cousin brother got angry and started talking with him, and okay, we started seeing reasons with him. So at the time the DPO arrived, we were making noise. Maybe in this Nigeria, most of the things you don't need to just talk slowly. Everybody just have to be like, hey, I'm mad.
Everybody understands the language of war.
Exactly.
You have to be in war and in fight to make things happen.
So we started shouting and the noise was much, so the DPO had to come join, and asked what was the case, what was the problem. We explained. He was not like, okay, register the case. He was the one that gave the go ahead that they should register the case. We registered the case. Okay, they allowed me to write my statement and all this. I was like, okay, I need extract so I can give my bank. So they will be able to file a case for me with the bank. But they were like, extract are not free.
Okay.
I told them I was wrong
Oh
and even my money was clear. They asked me that they cannot give me extract for free. That I don't buy paper for them. I don't buy ink for them.
What is
that?
this?
The man even has to stand narrating and how he gets paper and all. Is it like a Nigerian police? They don't make provisions of all these necessary requirements.
I don't get.
They make provisions of all these. These are just another way of them trying to extort money from people.
This is corruption because obviously I'm sure they make provisions for that.
They make provisions
because
for them.
That's the same way they look for mobility money before they go with you to any place.
They say bail is free. Or you go to the police station and bail somebody for
Man, I'm like it's just wow. But the thing is, this is actually not funny. But
no, it's not funny.
But it's really heartbreaking and it can make somebody very frustrated and angry. But Nigerian police, they need to do better. I don't even know how we are going to do it, but something needs to be done.
They need to upgrade their system and the way they operate. They just need to educate all of them.
And I think that maybe they are not qualified. Maybe they are there because of nepotism or something like that. But I can't wrap my head around it because nothing is moving. Everybody's complaining about the Nigerian police. Every single person. Nobody goes there and say yes, the police did what they ought to do and I'm satisfied.
Just one little issue now. I just call the police. They might not even come. I had another bad experience. Maybe another time I'll have to explain. But this issue, it really got to me. So I paid for that extract. I gave them money. They collected. They collected and they gave me that extra. They did not even give me any assurance like we are going to work on this case or we are not going to work on this case. They just said, Shebi, I don't register the case, so they go. You understand? I've been fighting for them to register the case.
They registered. Oh yeah, be going.
Oh yeah, I've registered your case, so yeah, be going. You've gotten your extracts. What else? I was like, is it that you will not do anything about the case or probably help me find the culprit or all this? They are like, this is Lagos. Even at a point when we were having this conversation, one of the police officers started asking me, why didn't I check before I enter the bus? You enter the box anyhow, you not even check people. I was like, how will I know that they want to steal from you? Okay, will you know that people want to steal from you? I'm like, I don't know.
Heartbreaking.
Really heartbreaking.
I don't know how we are going to reform the Nigerian police, but we need reform, honestly. And Daniel, I'm so sorry that this had to happen to you.
I've learned a lot from you.
Like seriously, because it's
I hardly since that last time I've not entered any bus. If I'm going to go out, it's just going to be planned. And maybe probably if I can't take Uber there, I'm just going to be careful. I will not have much on me.
But because it's really a heartbreaking issue, and I'm sorry it happened to you. And so, guys, I would like to hear from you. Have you ever had an experience with the police? What was your experience? I would really love to hear from you. And have you ever been a victim of one chance in Nigeria? Please do send me your feedbacks on Anchor. You can record it as a voice message, or you can send me, if you are my contact, you can send me a message on WhatsApp, or I'll drop my phone number in the description, so you can just send me a voice note. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Pot of Beans podcast. Do join us next week for another exciting episode. And don't forget, this life na pot of beans. You know me say, make you chop, they mess anyhow. Well, thank you for listening. I love you. Mwah. Have a nice day.
I know getting money when I come Lagos. Now my dream and my hustle and I thank Jesus. My story go inspire you, but you know me say, say you know.